Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Okocha Happy Marcel. I'm working tirelessly to make sure that those who are living with anxiety will live to see or to feel this situation no more. I'm working tirelessly to make sure that those who are sorrowful, those who are passing through a lot of pain, will live to experience it no more. And on today's topic, I want to speak with you on the topic I titled, Do Not Wish to Be Like Anybody. Do not wish to be like anybody. In this life, there is a race that I have seen, and I call it a useless race because the race is useless. And what could that race be? I have seen that in this life, there are some people who don't have children. And they will say in their mind, how I wish I am like this lady, this family that has children. And those that has children will be saying in their heart, how I wish I am like this lady, this man that has a lot of money. You will see somebody on the sick bed but has many cars. And you will see so many people who are healthy wishing to be like somebody on the sick bed but having so many cars. You will see a lot of people who are aged to marry. They will say in their mind, how I wish I am like this my friend who got married at the age of 22, 23, 25. But those who are married at the age of 22, 23 will be saying, how I wish I'm not in this bondage. How I wish I'm like my friend that are 30 years old and they are not married. It is better for me to remain single than to marry and be seeing myself in bondage. You will see a lot of people who are well educated and they will be saying, oh, I went to school and I don't have a job. I don't think that school is relevant for me. How I wish I did not go to school. How I wish I am like my friend that have learned skill or a business that is doing well. And you will see the same people who did not go to school, but they have money and they are saying, how I wish I went to school. I could have maximized the finance I have very well. This life is not balanced. This life is not fair. Listen, there is a story that I was told about 10 years ago. There is a priest that has a church, a congregation, and it happens that the congregation always pressure the priest, bringing their problems to the priest. Today, one person will come before him, I have a problem, look at this, my children, my family, my health. It happens that every day people are knocking at his door, bringing problems, explaining their situations. Now, the priest was trying to explain to them that this life is always full of troubles, but you've got to have faith and work hard praying to God. One day, all these problems will be something that you will not see anymore. But they keep on persisting, demanding solution to their problem. Now, the priests know that no condition is permanent. But however, to teach them a lesson that everyone has problem, he now demanded that next Sunday, every parishioner, every member of this congregation should write their problems on the paper, of which they did. And they were coming with gladness to the church because they were thinking that as I've written my problem, when I bring it to the altar, when I bring it to the priest, that the priest will solve my problem through God or through Jesus. I don't know what they were thinking. But according to the story, that faithful Sunday, they came to church. And they were hoping that the priest will just come and say, present your problems, present your petition that you have written to the altar. But the opposite was the case. The priest now demanded again that these people should share their problem to their neighbor. Give your neighbor your problem since you think you have a big problem, and let your neighbor give you his or her problem since they themselves think that they have problem. Now they share their problems among everyone. And every members of the church started screaming, started grumbling. And why were they grumbling? They were saying, no, give me back my problem. Give me back my problem. Give me back my problem. They were telling each other, give me back my problem. Now, This story now explains that everybody has a problem, but it determines on how you manage the situation around you. It determines how you manage your problem. There are a lot of people who are covering their problems, their anxiety, their sorrow with clothes. But you never see it because they did not come out to the social media and begin to narrate their problem to people. Now, let me just tell you, do not let people to see you and see problem always, because everyone on earth has problems, including somebody talking to you, including your neighbor sitting close to you. But we've got to be strong and stronger than our problem, because we are more than conqueror. And there is something that is sure. And I used to tell people that 5 minutes of exam cannot define the level of your intelligence. That if you have 1, 2, 3 years of failure, that it cannot determine the 70, 80 years that you are going to live on earth. So you've got to demystify the ideas that you have about the challenges around you. There is no condition that is permanent. And because of that, there is time for everything. Now, there is something that is required of you. A lot of people are unable to solve their problems today because they have narrated their problem to the people who don't have solution to their problem. How many people are you narrating your problems to? Why are you narrating your problems to people who don't have solution to it? And what they could do is to transfer your problem and use it to gossip you, because they don't have the solution and you can't give what you don't have. So be mindful on whom you talk to about your problem. Be mindful on whom you talk to about your challenges around you. The world is not fair. The hearts of men are desperately wicked. Little wonder the Bible encourages us to make sure we follow the narrow way. And what that signifies is just the right way, the ways that are right. And the scripture also says that broad are the roads that leaded to destruction. Broad are the road. In other words, he said everybody, as in so many people, could be found on that road. That is to say that often when you have problems or when you are living life, it doesn't matter about how many people you follow, what people like, what is popular, what is influential, but make sure that the narrow road has to do with diligence, with principles, with dignity, things that follows the law. You make sure you do it. And when you are doing it and you feel that things are not working well for you, you are on the right course. Continue doing it, and at the end, you will see a good result. Now, I know a lot of people will be saying, I have been keeping my faith. I've been trying to do things that are right, but it seems that things are not working well with me. See, in this life, everybody has a time that things might not work well, but it is a process. Everything about life is process. So if you are crying, your neighbor is laughing, that does not mean that your problem is bigger than his. Somebody is laughing does not mean that he or she don't have a problem. Somebody is crying does not mean that he or she has the greatest problem. You've got to have these personal skills. You have to build it in you. Your ability to withstand troubles, your ability to withstand problems. Stop crying. Stop weeping. Stop overthinking. No condition is permanent. Till we meet again on my next video, I am Okocha Happy Marcel. Remember this, and I love you. Shalom.